Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here with another short video on precision farming in Farming Simulator 19. Now, what we have going on here today is I'm going to start testing the different soil types and each crop within that soil type. Now, I got this. It may not be anything, but if it is, I found it out in my harvest yield video that I had, so I'm going to go and link that up here at the top. So go ahead and check that one out. It's some interesting information, and it kind of leads into this test here. So what I have are 4 identical harvesters with 4 identical headers. Now they've all been leased, brand new, and driven up here. So there's very, very minimal hours on them. Now you can see that I have one here, and then I have one over there. Now you can't see the other ones, but let me take you into the menu here and I'll show you what's going on with the plots. Alright, so these are all the plots that I have. Now, they look a little bit weird on here, but every one of these plots is 34 tall by 24 wide, and that's squares. So when I went in to Landscape Tool, I counted over and made a square all the way around. They're all the same. Even though they look kind of weird on here, I counted them multiple times to make sure that they were. So the biggest thing here is I'm not so much worried about how much yield I get off them. I'm more worried about, and let me go over here, the yield percentage. Okay? Now, the reason this, to me, matters is because when I was on my other field over here, I noticed, you see my different yields that I got off this field? It was all wheat. And if you look at my soil types, it's pretty consistent with those. Now what I did is I was fertilizing optimally. So I was using the automatic setting for lime, for my pH, and then I put manure down, and then I used fertilizer. Half that field I used a liquid, and the other half I used a mineral, and that's the result I got. So what we have over here is those plots of land, but as you can see, they're all on 4 different unique types of soil. We have loam in the top left. Next to that, we have silty clay. Then in the yellow is loamy sand, and then the green is sandy loam. So all 4 different, and they are all, let me go to this, pH. We have them all, like I said, I went optimized. So I used the automatic setting on the lime spreader to get my pH. Now this pH level is what is recommended for each type of soil. So that is the perfect setting. That's why it's consistent all the way through. It automatically knew how much I needed to get there. Now, I'm going to go to nitrogen, the exact same thing. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's going on around the outside? That is some different the stuff I painted in to cover up. It basically, when you paint in like that, it creates perfect conditions, I'm assuming. So that's what's going on there. So now that we have all that, we need to figure out our yields. So like I said, all 4 of these plots are the exact same crop. They've all been growing to full. If I go back over here, you can see that they are all wheat, and they are all ready to harvest at full orange. Now these fields started out at cultivated fields, and they did not need plowing. So they have the exact same processes done on them. Everything is exactly the same. So we're standing here by this one. Let's go ahead and jump in and set these 4 harvesters off, and we're going to see if we can notice anything here. So I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do them all right in a row. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to get to see this live. Like I said, I'm going to hire a worker on all of these. So what we do here, or the order this is going in, was just like I showed you on the map. The gray, the black, the yellow, oops, and then the green. So you can see that one's working over there. All right, so here we go. All right, now all of these are going. So if I go back, oops, if I go back this way, you can see this guy's going good. I mean, that's a pretty good straw swath. I mean, that's, yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So I'm going to let these finish off before we go and see what's actually happening. I kind of want to keep it a secret, and then we'll look at all of them at the same time to see if there truly is a difference. And if there's not, then I'm going to be done testing with this and we can go on to something else. But if there is, it means I got a lot more to do. So I'll be right back. All right, everybody. Here we are. We just finished off the 4th field. So there's number 4. Here's number 3. Here's number 2. Here's number 1. You guys ready to go check out and see the results? So what I'm expecting to see is a different yield percentage on each one of these types, even though they've had the exact same processes done using automatic setting. All right, here we go. Yeah, sorry, I wouldn't make it easy. All right, here we go. Perfect. That's yield. That is yield. Wow. So my theory, I think, is kind of right. So with wheat, I'm going to write this down as we're going. So on wheat, I've got the soil type here, loam. Is, what does that look like? 125? I mean, let's go up here. Oh man. Let's do this. That looks like 125 to me. All right. So next we have silty clay. All right. And that's going to be 90. Yeah, let's say 90 on that one. All right, so next, after that, we're going to have the loamy sand. All right, so that one is going to be lower. I mean, that one to me looks like about 80. Yeah, that looks like 80. And then last, that's going to be sandy loam. And that one is going to be, oh, we think 100? Let's just go with 100. So that is very, very interesting. Yeah, I don't think we can classify that as 105. I'm pretty sure that's right at 100. This one here looks like 80. This one here looks like 90. And this one here, that 125 looks like it. So, all right, everybody. I guess what I'm going to have to do now is test every single crop type to determine what's the best one for which. And that's, like I said, this is all using automatic settings. Okay? So once again, what I did, let me come out of here. And what I did was each one of these squares. All right, it doesn't matter if they're the right size exactly or not. That's irrelevant here. But you can see that my pH value is good. Now my nitrogen has dropped down. And that's the thing, is I used automatic settings. I didn't manually spread this. Everything when I started was good. Everything was right where it needed to be. The Giants built into this and says, if you use automatic settings, this is what it is. So I truly believe that if you're going to use those automatic settings and you're not going to spread it yourself, you're going to need to make sure that you're planting in the right type of soil. Adds a whole nother level here. And it opens up a whole bunch more questions. So, um, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, well, one last thing I do want to do. I want to go over here and see what our actual yield looks like numbers, okay? So this one here, we show at 125, and that's 74.91. All right, so the next one is here, and this is 90% at 53.92. Wow, that's a big jump already. This one at 80, it's 47.94, and then this one is 59.92. That is huge, y'all. I mean, if you go from 53.92 to 74.91, and you're only talking about this much area, and this is wheat, but really, I mean, can you imagine this whole field? Wow. So, everybody, I've got a lot of work cut out for me. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the rest of these. And just see what the perfect grass type is, or the perfect soil type for each crop. And it could change. It could all be exactly the same. I do not know. That's what we're going to find out. Welcome back, everybody. Driver 53 here, and this is oats. Now we're comparing the yield for the soil type. We had some interesting results on our last video that we did, and if you want to check it out, go ahead and click the link right above, and we'll see what we got. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you the menu here. So you can see everything is ready to harvest. Now, if I come over here, these are my nitrogen levels. All right. And everything looks really, really good. Now, these are all set automatically by the, let me turn that off, automatically by the game, right? I used automatic settings, everything I was doing here. Now, if we look over here at pH, everything is perfect there too. So all of these are set where they should be to the soil type. All right, you can see that we've got the 4 different soil types here. These are the pH settings that are consistent with what they recommend you set these optimally to. And then these are the pH for oats. Remember that. Each crop type is different. That's going to be an important thing. So all of this was done in the automatic settings. Let's also remember that. So let's go hop over here and just get these guys rolling, and then we'll take a look and see how it differs from the wheat that we did. So we're gonna do each one of these, hire a worker, and just let them take care of it for me. All right, so I'm gonna get all 4 of these going, and then we will swing back and check on the first one. All right, so if you have any questions about the equipment, this is all brand new leased equipment. The harvesters are a modded version because I didn't know exactly how much yield I was going to be getting, so I got the biggest one possible. And the headers are the standard in-game for New Holland. I figured why not go with that. I didn't want to do fast farming on these because I wasn't going to be the one doing the work. The worker was. So that's what we got. So yeah, we're just gonna let these guys keep going. When we're done, I'll be back. All right, so we finished up. Let's go ahead and take a look at our menu here. So these are the soil types. Once again, we have, all 4. And let's take a look at our yields. Whew, I'm nervous, y'all. There we go. So it looks like our loam is 125%. Our silty clay is sitting about 90. Yeah. Our loamy sand is 85, and our sandy loam is 100. So, what that means, everybody, it doesn't matter what crop you have. It's the soil type. You do not want loamy sand at all. Now, I wonder if there's a way we can get around that. I wonder if there's a way that we can add pH to make that ground do more what we want. Or do we just need to sell every field that has loamy sand in it? You know, that's another really good question. You know, let's look at this. We can see on our fields here how much loamy sand. So like this one has 20%. This one has 56. We don't want that. And we want loam. We don't want that one. Nope. Nope. Where's 6 at? Nope. There we go. Now, sandy loam got us 100, and loam got us 125. So that would be an absolutely perfect field to own. Number 7. Yep. Number 8. I mean, it wouldn't be horrible. Silty clay was 90. So, I mean, it's kind of high on that. I'd probably stay away from that one. Yeah. That'd be a really good field, too. So, I think precision farming is really going to make you pick and choose which fields you want. Yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot of... Ooh, that one is perfect. See that? If you play on Ravenport, buy field 14. And buy field 15. And 16. And 17. Wow. 18 isn't bad. Check 19. That one's pretty good. Yep. So all the ones down here on the bottom, they must have done that on purpose. Yeah, 23, buy that one. So what do you start with? I mean, it's not going to tell you the breakdown, but I mean, they're not horrible. So if you play on Ravenport, stay on this side of the railroad tracks. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Be interesting, though, for contracts, too. If you're playing with precision farming and you've got contracts that you're thinking about getting for other farms and you're used to a really, really good yield, you may want to reconsider that now. So it adds another element. It definitely does. But I'm going to probably go in and try and see if there's something that we can do to test out if there's a way that we can increase that by, kicking it up like 10 points or something like that on the... Because the thing is, it's not going to be your pH that does it. Your pH is perfectly fine. I don't think it's the pH. I honestly think it's the nitrogen. The amount of actual fertilizer that you can put in the ground is what I think the problem is. So, I also know that when you're running those implements, you can do the manual cycle and you can increase it by 10, 20, 30 points, whatever you need. So, that may be a way that we could do that. But, I've got some other things to test. It's going to get added to my testing list. What I recommend right now, do everything manual. Automatic, sorry. And we'll come back and test that. Got a lot of tests lined up. I definitely do. I'm probably going to be jumping on different maps too. Just maybe I can find a really good one. Yeah. So, thanks everybody. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you liked all my other content, maybe, if you like my content, check out the other stuff that I do. I'll do a lot of different types of things, over on the channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell too, because I am going to be releasing multiple videos a day. So, I just want to say have a great day, everybody. And until next time, This is Driver 53, signing off.